What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? You know what time it is? Episode 95 in the mix, big baby. Episode 95 in the mix. Got another special guest, Toasty, Indigo. Before we get started, I am your host, Gaddis TV. What's going on, y'all? If you got yourself an iPhone and or an Android, do yourself a favor, stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrencies and NFTs. Without further ado, let's get to it. All righty, big dog, and we are live and direct. So first off, try to put you on the spot because I know your headphones aren't on. So if people are around and listening, they might be like, "What the hell's going on?" But
okay, I'm just gonna do me, and people are gonna hear. People can tune in, but
I love it, man. No, I love it. No, first off, I want to say thanks for coming on and honestly taking some time out of your evening and just sharing what you got going on and what you've been doing. So I appreciate that.
oh, I appreciate you too, Gaddis TV.
Hey, not a problem. For the people
We
that
live?
yeah, no, we're live and direct. So since being recorded, we're not live as on the YouTube and everything, but yeah, it's recorded.
Let's
It's going.
go in. I'm ready, man.
I would say usually how we do start it off. Some people, at least in the ThugBirdz, will know who you are because of the art and everything you've been doing, like literally around the states. For the people that don't know, honestly, just quick background about yourself. When did you get introduced into crypto in general? Doesn't matter if it was Solana, BTC, anything like that. When did you get introduced in crypto and then Solana?
Yeah, so my name is Toasty Indigo, and I'm a pixelated graffiti artist. I'm from Georgia. I'm based out of Venice Beach, California, and I got into crypto. I mean, I heard about when Bitcoin in 2017 was when it peaked at the time, and that kind of caught my eye. But I actually the first time I heard of Bitcoin was when I was we had to get some fake IDs in college. So it was 2015, and my friend had something. He's like, "Oh, I'm paying for it in Bitcoin." I'm like, "What? Like, what is that?" So he's like, "Oh, it's just black market shit." And I'm like, "Okay, oh, can we cuss on here?"
Yeah, yeah, you can do whatever, bro. You're good. You are good.
Fuck yeah! All right, no, I'm gonna keep it minimal. But so I heard about it from then. Um, I got in early on Doge when it was 2 cents, and that's kind of when I got Coinbase and started purchasing on there. Um, just like a lot of other people, kind of had my eye on it. Um, 2021 was a big year, obviously, and yeah, so 2021, just like most other people, I got into crypto and I got into NFTs very early on in the Solana network. So I remember being on um, it was an OpenSea at the time, but it was the marketplace, not Magic Eden. It was
Digitalize?
huh?
Digitalize? I know that was one back in the day.
Digitalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, so digitalized. I remember paying close attention because obviously ETH NFTs were blowing up. And I thought to myself, wait, can NFTs be on other networks? So I checked it out. And there were like none on any of these big networks. And I'm like, wow, there's an opportunity here. So Cardano, I couldn't find like a good marketplace. But then I looked at Solana because Solana was on the come up. And I remember there was only 6 collections. And I was like, wow, we're early. And one of those was ThugBirdz. It was 13 Sol. And I was like, this is it. This is the crypto punks of Solana. And I had my eye on it ever since. I I was working in Los Angeles, um, at a restaurant, serving, bartending, even the takeout window, and basically I was pretty unhappy. There was a lot of stuff that went down there, and I had enough money that I saved up, and I went all in. I went balls to the wall. I had a girlfriend, and I'll put it all into ThugBirdz when it was at 28 Sol. Solana was at like 140, I think, at the
True.
time. So I was like, this is it. I'm doing this. I'm going in. I've never bought an NFT before. Oh no, that's a lie. ETH and then one on. I think about a Frenchie just to see if I can mess around with 2 Sol,
Mm-hmm.
even if I lost it. So I bought that first. Then I bought my ThugBird, and it went down to 22 the next day. For it stayed there for about a week. I'm like, oh shit, and Then from there, man, it
It's
went up to
been
50. Then it went up to 60. Then 150 that one day. And I
mm,
was like, holy shit. So I was like, this is it. This is cool. I sold it when it was at 87.
nice.
Um, I just had a gut feeling. I got to travel the world with it. I got to travel the West Coast. Um, I really kind of lucky. I wasn't involved in the Discord really much at all. I think I was in it, but I was just like, then when I came back and I had this idea of pixel art, I'm like, ThugBirdz, yes. Um, Even though I had the ThugBird beforehand, I had a lot of ideas. I'm really a creative person, so um, all this stuff is just it just comes natural to me to see these trends and um, yeah.
No, I like it. So question. So ThugBirdz was your first, NF, or I guess not your first, but you said he's got it on. I guess some, was it the ETH, and I think you said Frenchies. Is that what you said? The other one that you had, I think that's what you said. But with the ThugBirdz, that's a strong, honestly strong sell. You know what I mean? What was that feeling that you just had when you're like, hey man, I I had a NFT, aka it doesn't matter if it's a JPEG, whatever like that, like, and you sold it, and like you said, you got to travel, because I was gonna ask like how you traveling, because I know you did some stuff in Atlanta, I think it was Cali and some other places as well. I'm like, this cat's getting it. But what was that feeling like? Honestly, when you make that sell, when you make that flip, and you're like, yo, this is real. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like as is that your first biggest, like, I guess, flip that way, or did you make honestly a good one like on the ETH, or was that, well, like, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was a big deal. Obviously, I didn't expect it to go that crazy. I did see the vision though. So my first project, it was called Just Bricks NFT, and I was on OpenSea. It was like I just known I was getting into the NFT space because it was just as familiar to me as Bitcoin was in 2017. Where in the back of my mind I was like, NFT, okay, this can be the next big thing, because people were telling me crypto can be the next big thing, and I ignored it. But this time, I think I saw a Mark Cuban interview and he was talking about it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pay attention to this thing called OpenSea, and um, I was watching the activity page, and I remember seeing this thing that was called Just Bricks, and there was three sold, and it was this ETH project of 500 unique bricks. And I said, this is the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen. And they were selling for about zero point 0.8 ETH, which was like 2,000. No, it was like $3,000. I pulled the trigger on that first, and um, basically at the end of the day, after about 2 weeks, I made about $1,000 after gas fees and all that. And I'm a very aware person, so I know that it is kind of gambling, especially in these early days. But I made the jump. I thought it was funny. Now the project's kind of to the ground. But and so really the guy I give a lot of credit to is Gary Vee. Just all of his podcasts. I've been studying him, studying everything he says, and I take his word for heart. So even things about patience and gratitude, and being genuine has really affected my life in a really positive way.
Oh yeah.
So um, how I got to ThugBirdz was I flipped that, and then people were all getting into the NFT train. I saw Solana, and I thought, okay, this can either be the next Ethereum, and if it is, then we got some early NFTs to get in on. And I own a Curio card, so that's the first NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. So I really believe in the value of history,
Mm-hmm.
and I think in the long run that's going to play out. That's why crypto punks are here to. That's why crypto punks are basically, in my opinion, the staple of NFTs. Besides just Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is very successful, but it's going to have to. The founders are going to have to really. They're going to have to push for it. Don't you agree?
I mean, yeah, I will be honest. I don't keep up too much with all this stuff because, listen, I'm not spending all my cash on fucking fees because, listen, I'm that average American dude. But um, I I don't know again. I don't want to say exactly everything, but I know it's a lot of hype and stuff. I don't know the guy just got like songs with Snoop and everything like that, but I don't know all the breakdowns and all. But I know I agree with you in the sense of what you were saying, like when they're being early. You know what I mean? Because that's ThugBirdz was my first NFT purchase on Solana in general, and I was like, all right, let's see what's happening. And I got the Alien, and I was like, and I knew CryptoPunks. I was like, man. Hopefully it'll be something like that because the CryptoPunks, I think at that time was selling for like 5 million or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, geez, you know what I mean? But
Hey, sorry, my phone overheated.
oh, you're good, dog. You're good.
Oh.
I was like, damn, bro, he didn't like my answer, dog. Shit, my bad, dude. My bad.
I want to hear your answer. Okay. Hey, we should do this where you edit the video and then I'll just go.
Come back with it, like, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Just got the call from Gary V. You know what I mean? No, I was saying honestly with the Bored Apes, I was saying honestly, I don't know too much honestly about all the Ethereum projects. I know all the big ones and everything, but I don't really keep track with all that. I know they have all the hypeness with the music and everything going on. I guess just now with like Eminem and Snoop Dogg, but other than like celebrity stuff, yeah, I mean I really don't know what's going on other than hype. So yeah, I was saying basically things are gonna have to, I guess, change and just be more there in general. So I don't know if that makes sense, but.
No, I think Solana has a good shot at really taking over Ethereum. And the reason I say that is because not only are the NFT fees way cheaper, so if you're just getting into the space and you want to try it out, test out how it is to how to buy an NFT, your best bet is Solana because you're going to be paying $60 in fees to Ethereum, and that's just common knowledge. I think Solana has a great community too. Ethereum is it's just main brand. It's like Walmart. You want to go to Walmart or you want to go to like what's Target?
So I'll ask a question on that because I mean I know what you mean on that as well. But do you think, and hopefully people won't get mad at me asking this question, but do you think it's because we're all like early and everyone wants to make it right now, and Ethereum people making money no matter what, and of course do you think it's that community's like that because we're in the early stages and it's the buddy feel or how did you think it would be the same community as it would be if Sol was $1,000 per coin? You know what I mean? Why do you think the community's better?
So my answer is no. I don't think Ethereum can really build that because it's already been to where, great heights. These people, when you hear NFT, it's automatically Ethereum to most people. So it's already developed into what it is, which is the first kind of main brand NFT platform. Where it goes over here, I don't know whether they're going to transfer it over to Solana. Let's say CryptoPunks. I mean, there's Solana punks, but it is really early, so I can't tell you anything for sure. But I can say that Solana, people. I have a friend who's telling me, "Oh, well, it's just a security." Well, that's actually a good thing because I think you need some government regulation. There's pros and cons to everything, but in the end of the day, I think it's definitely more reliable for Solana. The speeds obviously are faster, and I don't hate on Ethereum. I mean, I own a little bit of Ethereum.
For sure.
So I think it's good to have a diverse portfolio, but I don't think that unless it really takes over. I think Solana has a community behind it. Same thing with Dogecoin. It has a community. Dogecoin's a little bit different because it doesn't have
Get the Doge Army.
It's not utility, but it is like it's Doge Army. And I really do think Dogecoin will rise again when we least expect it. It's gonna pop up to at least $1, in my opinion. At least $1. It's gonna be when nobody's thinking about it. It's gonna be when it's on nobody's radar. And it's just going to skyrocket, and we're all going to miss it.
You're going to see on someone's Twitter feed, I'm a fucking millionaire. What happened? I sold Doge at $7.50. What the fuck are you talking about, dog?
$7.50 for it. Yeah, so
some shit. I want to get honestly kind of to the art type of stuff as well. In a second. But I heard you're a huge Gator fan. Is that right? Go Gators.
That is a lie. What? Who told you that?
Hey man,
I think
listen.
you are, Gaddis.
We got birds everywhere, calling everywhere. Gator Nation, you know what I mean? I heard your least
I'm not
favorite
the dogs, man.
team was as I was saying was the Georgia Bulldogs. No,
Georgia
I heard
Bulldogs.
you
Yeah,
I guess
baby.
just graduated, so congrats on that one, bro. Um
Hey,
with
thank you.
no, for sure, dog, for sure. It was funny.
Oh, I like that hat, by the way, man. That's
Shout out to ThugBirdz, dog. You know what I
shout
mean?
out ThugBirdz, man.
I think
Shout
what
out Thug Army.
Thug Army, you know, the call Nation. I don't know. We'll
And
get
I
fixed
also
eventually.
want to shout out Pile Poor for just being there on the Discord. I mean, I don't know everything yet, but he really welcomed me in, and a lot of people. Killa, there's just been a lot of cool people, and even you, who I've reached out to and have reached out to me.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody who has purchased a mural or has had one. It's still up here. You know, it's getting a lot of attention, so we can dive into that. And
Yeah, no, 100%. Because and yeah, Ply was the one that told me you graduated, so shout out. You know what I mean? From Georgia, I was like, yo, I'm gonna mess with him a little bit, because I didn't honestly go to UF, but my buddies did, and I was like, yo, let me give him some shit real quick. But
we're gonna dominate next year too.
I think I dominated this last year, so it's fucking all good, dude. I'm still getting it all day, even if we get lost. So just fucking chomp it up all day. But to the murals on that one. Have you you kind of said it beforehand? You've always been I guess creative in that essence of it. Have you always been creative in the sense of like either painting, videos, editing? Have you always been artistic in that essence of it, or when did you start? I guess picking up the graffiti and painting and all.
Yeah, so that's a good question. The first time I really tried graffiti was in Venice Beach. I wanted to be an actuary, which is insurance. If people don't know, I graduated from the University of Georgia. Go Dogs, 2019, and I wanted to be an actuary. I applied to jobs. I lived in Asheville. My grandpa. So here's the thing. My grandpa is everything. So every piece of like artistic value I got from him. He actually helped legalize New York tattooing in New York City. So he's kind of
Nice.
my flex whenever I got to talk about people. Is my grandpa. So he's someone who really taught me more about art than anybody else. Um, and yeah, so I helped him out. You know, he was really old, and he told me like, you have to pick one goal and you have to do it. And it's still coming to me. You know, the actuary thing's great and all, and I think this isn't mutually exclusive. But anyways, I worked at a casino. Sorry, I have ADD too, so you gotta know if I'm
You're
jumping
good, bro.
around, that's why.
If it gets too crazy, I'll let you know. But I'm listening. I'm intrigued. You're good. This is what we're here for.
Oh,
Just to
interrupt
talk.
me. Interrupt me if I do.
I gotcha.
So, so I was living in Asheville for a while, helping my grandma and grandpa out, and I decided to go out to Venice Beach, California. My aunt had some property out there. She wanted help. I said, "Fuck it, I'm studying for an exam." Oh, before that, I got to travel. So I got to go to Amsterdam. I got to go to Egypt, Abu Dhabi, where my mom was, in Amsterdam, and that really
Nice.
expanded my mind a lot. And
Which
when
which
COVID
out of
hit,
those spots were the best? Personally, you
Amsterdam
think?
for sure.
Okay. Is it because what everyone's probably thinking online, or what's the reasons?
Amsterdam is crazy. Amsterdam is amazing. They have these truffles there that are these like mushroom things, and everything just like sparkles. And
I've never been,
it's
so
dude, it's crazy because even the people there, they're all super nice. They like love Americans, and it's like a good like the weather is just perfect because it's not cold. It's cold, but it's not uncomfortable. Here in
nice.
Georgia, it's like if it's cold, it's humid, so you're gonna feel that like you're gonna feel wet spots on your ass when you're sitting down, and your ass is gonna get cold. Here in Amsterdam, it's just nice. So I got to do that, and then COVID hit, like right when I got there, like literally 7 days after I got there, COVID hit, like March 10th, I think is when I got there, and so I'm like, all right, shit, what do I do? I took what I did, and I went back and passed my third actuary exam.
Nice.
So for actuary, it's really just an insurance job. I'm a math major. I'm really good at math, so that's actually really how I kind of piece these together because I'm artistic, but I have a math background. And the pixels, just jumping into that, is that the pixels, it's like I, I see things different. So when I saw the idea that people can really put art on display and get attention off of NFT art, I knew right then and there that people are gonna watch what I'm doing, and they have been so far, and I've been getting a lot of good attention. I've gotten a lot of weird looks too in Atlanta. Some people don't understand it, but for the most part, people either keep walking or they come up, and I'm I'm having a great time. This is just the beginning, Gaddis, and I'm really glad I'm here.
Nah, man, I love it. Was the the one in Asheville? Was that the first one you did in general, or I guess do you know that point when you were like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it happen? Like, when was that point? Was that a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Like you said, a month ago, when you're in Amsterdam tripping on some shrooms, you're like, this is gonna be it. Like, when do you remember that it point?
So it wasn't the shrooms. I actually got on a different track there, but I was actually. This is what happened. Venice Beach. There were two guys I met. I'm coming back from. I had an electric longboard, Venice. I was doing my thing. I would work out at Gold's Gym, really cool place. And I was coming back one day. I was going behind Abbott Kinney, and I see these two guys, no, three guys making a mural, and they were doing Anonymice, which was an ETH project that had a lot of traction. You remember that?
No, no, but actually, no, I like it. I like that someone else is actually doing the artwork as
So
well.
somebody
That's
else was
fresh.
doing it on the back of like a restaurant. I don't know how, but I recognized the project, and they were doing it big. They were using cardboard and tape, and I went up and I talked to them. I said, "What? This is Anonymice, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." This was a burned mouse, and that's like when I really had the idea. I thought about it for a while. I tried to imitate it, but it wasn't until Venice Beach about a month ago. I was staying with some family. I was kind of in a bad place, and I decided I was going to use my ThugBird and put it on the side of my aunt's house. Now, this was not my aunt's property, but it was on the side of her house because in Venice the houses are very weird. They're all
Okay.
like next to each other. So there's this wall that's like right in the way. Whoa, these lights went down. I don't know what that was. Anyways,
Gucci. Oh shit.
I was like, oh shit. Okay, so let me get in depth.
Mm-hmm.
So I woke up and I had the idea. I was like, I'm gonna do this because I was thinking about it too long, and I said, this is time to execute. I literally, what do I have to lose? I woke up and it was just one of those mornings where I said, I'm gonna fucking do this ThugBird. I took 2 rolls of duct tape, got my ass to the right outside of the house where I was staying at. Take a right. It was right there, and I did it. I took all day. I mapped it out, you know, and I only needed 5 cans of spray paint. No, 6 because I needed the silver. But I did it, and then it was the best feeling in the world because I did it. And then from there, I've been doing better and better. And literally the best, and this is what Gary Vee has taught me is patience and getting yourself to do something. And when you get that feeling, there's no better accomplishment. And it brings me like real happiness when I finish a project for somebody and they can have it on either maybe a billboard. Yesterday I was in the middle of a skate park and coming
Nice.
where I'm from, and I was mapping it out in the skate park. And these kids were so mad because all these kids they're from really an area where like NFTs is like
You're one of those NFT guys? Oh man.
yeah, which is, I mean, there's a lot of people like that, but these kids especially. It's just where it's just certain parts where I'm from. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like graffiti, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't like any of you kids, but I'm gonna do my shit anyways. So I did it, and they were all giving me dirty looks. They're talking shit behind me, and I was listening to it all. But I'm like I really, and there's another thing Gary Vee taught me. It's like compassion. It's like, what are these kids trying to accomplish? They're trying to one up each other. Which, look, you can say whatever you want. Like, don't like, cool,
You know.
cool, cool, and it's actually bringing me power because I know that it's evoking, and that's what art is. It's really evoking an emotion in somebody. So even if you're pissed off, that's your like. I'm not. hurting anything. It's not like you can't run over you can't use the skate park anymore.
Can't do an ollie on the face, you know what I mean? Like, oh, got him, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
Yeah,
chill, bro.
exactly. So I didn't finish that because it rained, but yeah, no, I just realized that the attention is really the key. Um, and ThugBirdz is perfect because it wasn't that hard to make compared to like another 24 by 24 pixel project, you know. So I did it, and I'm still learning, man. I'm only on um my seventh pixel. So
Seven, nice. Seven different birds in general?
7 different birds and one SMB. I'm doing a Solana monkey
Nice.
business. Uh, Shout out DGen. I see you. I hope you're watching this. It's almost done. And yeah, DGen Paoli. I don't know how you pronounce that. Hold up. Back.
Yep, you're good. If the phone's messed up, you don't have to be on the camera if you don't want. If the phone's messing up on that one, but no, you're good now.
Camera. I look good right now.
You're good, bro. You got the hair. You're like, what's going on, big pimpin'?
What's good, Doug's?
So yeah, 7 different birds. You're doing an SMB. And I guess you do it with spray paint. Because I was gonna ask. I didn't know if you went to like, what Home Depot and got the like buckets of paint, things like that. Do you match up the actual spray paint like with like the exact color from like paint, get it that way, or because the ones I've seen they look pretty damn spot on. You know what I mean? So is it
Thank you.
just I selection that way? And like, girl, this is that color, that's that color, or is it like the exact color with it done that way?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I have very chaotic energy. You know, I'm trying to disrupt things. I'm trying to move things, get the ball rolling. I don't need everybody to like my art if they don't like NFTs. The spray paint, I've been Ubering around. I'm at my dad's right now. I've been through a lot of ups, a lot of downs. The ThugBirdz allowed me to travel. I have my own place, but I was working with my dad, so I was back there. Not really the best living situation to make it short, but I've been hustling. I've been literally Ubering in this town where there's like 5 Ubers in the entire city to Ace Hardware to Home Depot, um, and using. I haven't first one in Venice. Um, I did go to a place where they had like all the spray paint, and I'm here in Atlanta on the Beltline. They've got a place here called Binders. Shout out Binders, where I can get all my spray paint, pretty much every color. And I use here's a little insight. You can put this on display for the thumbnail for
Okay.
everybody listening. All you need to do to make a good graffiti, to make a good pixelated graffiti, you need duct tape, you need a marker, and you need spray paint, and you need your brain. That's it. Map it out in your head. Map it out on a piece of paper. It's literally 24 pixels by 24. I don't need to teach it to you. Go out and do it. Go out and do it. I got the TikToks. Follow me on TikTok, Toasty Indigo, Twitter at Toasty Indigo. I have videos of me doing it, but anyone can do it. And I see such a potential for CryptoPunks, for Solar Monkey business, for ThugBirdz, and all these cool projects. People who have these NFTs want them to be displayed. So imagine if I could go into Times Square right now and just draw a ThugBird in like 20 minutes. And I actually have never been to Times Square, so I don't know what the thing is there, but you know what I mean.
Just have it
What if I go to
done.
the Eiffel Tower and draw your CryptoPunk on the tippy top? That's some value right there to me. And obviously that's a ridiculous, like, but you get the point, right?
100%.
So that's really the wave I'm on. I'm riding it out, and I'm getting a lot of people who are satisfied. The moment I noticed that it was going to be big was when Asheville came along. I just spray painted it. This one I was kind of rebellious. I just spray painted it on the side of a building. I don't know who it was.
Hey,
I, and
they
it
didn't stop you.
no one's gonna stop me. Now I have to be a little more careful because I have a little more traction. I'm successful at it, so I need to really protect my brand and do it in places that are like legal. But no, before I was wilding. I was just spray painting like anywhere I could. I didn't give a fuck, bro.
Right, it's funny because I got family that lives in Asheville as well. So when you took that picture, I was like, bro, I'm pretty fucking sure I know where that's. And I saw Asheville. I'm like, I text my mom. I'm like, yo, y'all are like near this, right? She's like, yo, we're pretty damn near. I sent her the picture. She's like, I'm gonna have to see what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. So she'll eventually send me a picture. But I was like, because I knew like that the art district, like exactly where it was, because my mom, shoot, years ago took me there when they first moved, and like, yeah, this is the art district, so on and so forth. It's like, okay, fucking lo and behold, you got a ThugBird there. So fucking, that's awesome. Not
Did
gonna
your mom let out a big caw when she saw it?
lie. I don't know honestly if she's the caw, but I know she had a smile on her face because she loves her son. She's like, "Oh shit, your little stuff's going on." Because she knows I do the podcast and all. But she was hyped. She was literally like, "Yo, I'm actually gonna take a look at it because I mean she likes the stuff like that." But and I told her, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna have a conversation with the person who made it," and that's just fucking sick. Let alone on that one. So which one was the first one? The Asheville, or you said the one in Venice Beach with grandmother? Was that correct?
Mm-hmm. So let me give you the first one was in Venice Beach. That was a month ago. So like May, like late no, it was late May, early June, 2022. So here's the timeline.
Okay.
I spray painted it. Didn't tell anybody. I just put it on the side of this wall. Looked like it was my aunt's property, but it wasn't. Next one, I waited a while. So I waited a month and I let it marinate. You know, I was working with my dad. It was kind of a really like toxic situation, honestly, and I wasn't happy. I knew that this was a way. I really believed in this concept, and I still do. You know, I'm still considered an underground artist. I am not, um, I'm not where I need to be yet, but the concept is still there, and I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna bring this to fruition. Um, in whatever form I have to, because the pixels, people are intrigued and people are gonna hate it, but people are gonna hate everything. The second, so let me get back on topic. The, the Asheville was the second one. That was June 29th,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't tell my mom about it. I didn't tell anybody about it. My mom, so yeah, my whole family's in Asheville. They wanted me there. I really wanted to get it done because I told myself I would, and so I drive up from Atlanta. Um, and I said I picked a spot. Originally, I was gonna pick a different spot, but I just was driving past it, and I'm like, here we go. So that's kind of when I failed a lot. You know, I was trying to do different methods on how to, go about the black paint first, and then the background color. But I'm starting to learn still how to do it, and I want to teach other ThugBirdz how to do the same thing I do. And um, you never have to worry. You never really have to worry about it because people are gonna hate, people are gonna like it, but the art speaks for itself. People don't really paint over it because they've never seen anything like it. So that's how I know I'm so confident in what I'm doing, is because people paint over graffiti, people paint over tags, but they see something like this and they're like, all right, let's find something else, because this is something else.
It's
Um,
clean,
the fourth
bro.
one, and so yeah, so just so I finish up the thought, um, that was June 28th, my birthday. Actually, I just turned 25, and I
Nice.
said
Happy
I'm going
late
to do this
birthday.
ThugBirdz for my birthday. I did it. Yeah, thanks. And I did it, and then actually, like, my grandpa, who I told you about earlier, was really sick, and I he passed away about a week ago, and it's kind of taking their toll. So I'm actually going up to Asheville next week to um help out my grandma and keep doing the thug murals. But I know I actually got the news while I was doing the ThugBird in the Astoria district, and like it hit, but I knew what he wanted, and I knew. My grandpa's not like other grandpas. He's really like he would say like shit, fuck, piss, like every bad word he could say. He was a rock star. So my grandpa was literally a rock star in the 60s, 70s in New York City, and crazy shit. Like you would never believe anything that come out. if I told you what came out of his mouth, you guys wouldn't believe me.
He was a G, huh? He was
He was a
a
G.
real thug
So
bird.
I really, so this is why another reason I'm so confident is because I know he's on my side, and I'm using it as fuel. I'm so motivated right now, and I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep pounding it in until people see my art and people see what the ThugBirdz are about.
100%, bro. Where is one of the most, I guess, spots that you want to do? Like, if you could do it anywhere in the world, like where is that? Well, and I guess maybe in hindsight, maybe
Gaddis, that's a good question.
I don't want to put you on the spot because if you do it in like a year, then they go back and look at the video, they're like, wait, it's
Um,
that person. But at that time, 60,000 people might know how to do it. So how can they say it's you? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
where is that spot?
All right. So I'm gonna start with the first few goals would be, and here's the utility of this thing is the picture. So if you can have your banner on Twitter, be a picture of a ThugBird in Thailand or Bali, places I've traveled before. In the background is just a beautiful island. You see the ocean, you see the trees, and there's a wall right there with your ThugBird on it. That in itself is utility. And guess what? You can also put your at next to it, so I can say at Toasty Indigo, which I haven't done so far, but I could do it. I could tag it. Or look, if it, let's say you got us, you have a pretty sick alien bird. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sick. You can I can go anywhere. New York City, one place, Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty.
That'd be
Put it
dope.
at the top and put a ThugBird on it. Doesn't have to be a ThugBird. It can be anything. That's a far fetched goal, but that's that. I can dream. I can dream however
Hundred
big I want.
percent, bro. Ain't no wrong with putting a smile on your face. But like, yo, man, could you imagine you have to be like some James Bond shit because I don't think they'll be letting you up there. But yeah, just as a creator and artist, person like that, like having, bro, no, I 100% understand what you're saying on that part. Like, just imagining like somewhere that you want it would be fucking great. So in general, strive for great spots. I ain't gonna tell you do nothing illegal. So you know what I mean. But keep it grinding on that essence of it.
So, yeah, and then, but really, the places I've imagined: San Diego. I'd love to go to San Diego. Obviously, L.A. I know Venice. I'm based out of Venice. I spent 2 years, um, just being out there, streets, talking to different types of people. Worked at a restaurant. I was really in touch with the whole Venice scene, and it's helped change me. So Venice, all of LA. There's a lot of ThugBirds in LA that I know I could crash on their couch and do a ThugBird for them. It'll help me out. Um, I really would like to ping pong the U.S., but for events, this is where it gets interesting. Running with the Bulls. When I leave the country, I've already said I'm going to Spain. Spain,
I
Spain,
like
baby.
it. I
Running with the
like it.
Bulls. This is another thing where it is just American to kind of judge and be like, oh, I don't like that art or NFTs. Um, from what I've experienced going to Thailand and Bali and Amsterdam and Egypt and these places, is that the shit, if it gets your attention, like people are gonna appreciate it. And I think um I don't know if there's a place in Running with the Bulls because I've wanted to go that even regardless. Before I started doing this, going to the Running with the Bulls, and anything that has attention, whether it's a Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, the tickets outside of VCon. I thought like, wow, how cool would it be if outside of VCon, I go to the Minneapolis Stadium. Obviously, this is just a thought, and if I could make that ThugBird, it usually takes me. It, I'm getting faster. Um, I can make one of those murals in 3 hours, but
Nice.
it does take some time. I was like, imagine if I could find a way to make a ThugBird in 20 minutes and just spray paint it on the side of the fucking what's the Minneapolis,
One of the
Minnesota
stadiums.
Vikings dome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then people are gonna see that and they're gonna know. They're gonna know
I
that
mean,
fucking pixelated bird, and that's where I know my value and I know how recognizable this brand is, ThugBirdz as a whole. And the utility behind just recognition and people to go out and do it themselves. To do what I'm doing, um, and make money from it. CryptoPunks. There's a lot of billionaires who own CryptoPunks, millionaires who. That's what I'm up to next is going that route. That want their they'll find me out to their city and do this. So it's really endless, and I know you get it, but I
Oh,
think
100%.
I really want to inspire people to, especially if they're in a toxic job, you know, and they want to take that leap. Come join the wave, baby.
Come joining the wave. I asked the last couple questions because since I started everything late, I kind of a little bit late on. It's in 9:08. It's supposed to have a little tournament, little marbles in 5 minutes, but I'm gonna push that back like 5 more minutes. So after
Dude,
this
absolutely.
episode comes out, that's why I was late on that. But with the like with the art and everything like that, you can tell the passion and everything like that. Um, looking back, I guess you kind of answered it as well. But did you ever think it was? And it seems like it is going to be getting bigger. But did you ever think it was going to get to this point when people are asking, "Hey, I want to see my bird up there," or I mean S&Bs? Like, did you ever? I guess you knew, but did you ever like? No. What is that feeling when the first person's like, "Hey, can you do my bird?" Like, is that what type of feeling is that
Yeah.
as an artist?
So it was kind of. So at the first, it was kind of surprising. I did my first bird for free from my aunt, and I'm not gonna name any names, but I got up $20, $80. The next bird was $200. The next one was $300, and then from there, I've been surviving, and I'm really, really, really glad to be on this wave. It
Nice.
wasn't until really a week ago where I'm like, okay, and I'm talking to people. I've been DMing famous people. Not gonna say any names, but people who own NFTs, pixelated NFTs, and they want me out there. So I'm capitalizing off it. I'm ready for whatever happens. But no, I didn't really think it was gonna be like this at first. I thought it was possible. I had the vision. Um, until it was proof of concept. Until I got $300 to paint a fucking picture of a pixelated bird. I didn't. I really didn't know if people would want it. I thought there. I mean, I would have some people situations, but um, no. And it's just the beginning. It's so early. This I could play this in 20 years, and yeah, I don't know where I'll go, but I am certain that this is a new frontier on um, digital assets in real life.
No, man.
Tell me what you think. Tell
No,
me what's on your mind, Gaddis.
I like it, man. Like I think I like that you honestly took the initiative and making and doing something. Honestly, to an extent, like I made the podcast. It was literally me reaching out. I was like, hey, I want to have some utility. One like for the ThugBirdz because I was like, and that was my first NFT. So I was like, hey, I want to create use and things like that. So I think it's awesome that you one took the initiative. One, or I guess two, doing the actual artwork and like you said, saying F it and just doing it. Because I'm sure, maybe I'm not sure, but I'm sure if I was doing it, I would be hesitant on that. Oh, do it, not do it. What other people's gonna think, X, Y, and Z, things like that. But I like that you're doing it, and the cool part is hearing that like you're getting paid some stuff like for that. It's awesome that you're not afraid to reach out to people, like you said, the famous people know no names. You know what I mean? You're already talking to Gas TV, which is famous as hell. What's going on, y'all? But no, but I like it that like you're not scared to go out and do it. You know what I mean? And I do like that it is good what you're doing. It's not just shit. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he's trying it. Like, good job. Like, no, like it looks clean. Like it's fresh. It's, you know what I mean? To an extent, I guess, like you said, it's pixel art. It would be a little bit easier than some crazy ass thing. But at the same time, 3 hours, 5 hours, that's dedication no matter what it is. You know what I mean? It's a lot. I know it's a lot more thinking, like you said, you're a numbers person, so like it makes sense for the pixelations. When I'll probably put one of the ones up when you're making like actual the whole mirror. When you have the duct tape measure and everything like that, because it is mathematics. It doesn't matter if it's just the, whether the glass is here, the outline in there. If you saw some of the ones with the with the spots and everything, so I like the fact and appreciate it that it's all on point. You know what I mean? Maybe one thing might be off a little bit, but I don't know if you're using a ruler for all the little spots, but like it looks like the bird. You know what I mean? So I like it. You know what I mean? And then two, like the reason I made the podcast is because I want to be that, I guess, middleman to have people on and just show people, give them more exposure. You know what I mean? Because back when I first started, it was, Twitter Spaces, because I work on the phone literally 8 hours a day talking. So, I've been in Twitter Spaces for 15. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, fuck. But I've been in Twitter Spaces for like 15 minutes. You know what I mean? And sometimes there's gold in there. And I was like, you know what? I want to bring that gold to the everyday person, because if someone, watches this overall podcast and then they're like, hey, man, they reach out to you, or maybe they not, but still, I want to have that essence for where I want to make a change. You know what I mean? As cliche as it sounds, like I want to be that good. You know what I mean? You can only do so much, but if you don't do anything, then what the fuck you doing? You know what I mean? So I appreciate you doing that stuff, and I wanted to bring you on because, like, again, you can tell the drive on that, even from the Twitter post and everything like that. So I would still say on the, the legal wise, don't get yourself in trouble on none of that stuff. But at the same time, I like what you said earlier as well. Graffiti, pixelated graffiti art. Like, everyone's always heard of graffiti, things like that, but you don't personally. I don't really see a lot of pixelated art. And then, like you were saying before, I'm not in the whole graffiti scene, so I don't know if people would or wouldn't paint over the stuff. But at the same time, it's a statement. Like, it's a bold statement. It's clean. It's big. Like, it's art. So people might not want to paint over the stuff.
And here's the crazy part about it too, is that it actually looks better further away.
It's going in and out. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Hey, my phone is kind of messed up. If I break up, let's continue.
Well, I gotta wrap it up in like 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Yeah. No, I'm also, and my phone is messed up. So if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't. But sorry. So it looks so. So this is what I was gonna say. It looks better further away. And when I made my first mural out in Venice, I looked at the earring and I'm like, this is shit. I didn't get the box. I was so pissed. And then I was mad. So I go walk inside. I'm like getting some water. I'm like, I messed up the earring because I have a silver earring and the necklace too. I was like, oh, the necklace looks like shit. I walked back out and I was like only 8 feet away, and it looked perfect. And it's because of the pixels and how it works and how your mind works. If you see it further away, you can't even believe your eyes. I made the little 5 points out in Atlanta. I was just there a couple days ago, and I made one for Dusty. Shout out Dusty. I made his alien bird on the side. You can see it from like 70 yards away, and it's fucking wicked.
It's a statement, bro. You know what I mean?
It's like a statement.
It's a true
You see it on
statement.
the side of a building, and it honestly looks better further away. So here's another utility. You make a mural of like a lady or all these talented artists, especially in LA, Atlanta, all these places, talented artists. But you zoom out and it's not like a ThugBird. You can look up close, but it's not a ThugBird. That shit will capture your attention. You're not gonna forget it. Whether you hate it or love it, you gotta respect the art. And 100%. That's why most of my art, I'm confident with the people who are paying me that the spots that I strategically put the murals in are not going to get taken down, because even if they are public property, I put them in places where they're not going to draw over it, because I'm confident that it's just, you see a good mural, you can't mess with it. You got to appreciate art. That's just a rule.
No, I would agree with that. And I'm artistic. Again, I'm not a graffiti person or anything like that, but I would 1,000% agree with you, unless someone fucking just didn't like you for some reason. Like, oh, like the one underneath
there's gonna be more too.
But I mean, you ain't doing nothing. You're doing some stuff right. If you got haters, if you got no haters, they say you ain't doing nothing right. So that's good. But I'm saying like the mirror underneath. And to wrap it up, now I'm getting tracked off. Like doing, but the mirror underneath, I think it was the Atlanta on there. I think that's one you're saying with Dusty's like that. That shit's clean, bro. Like you can see that. It doesn't matter if you're in the crypto or anything. It's a head turner. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, what is that? Okay. Like, and that's the part that I think is cool. That one, yes, to ThugBird, because hey, I'm a part of ThugBird, things like that. But I think it's cool the fact that, like, for you, that it's your artwork that you've physically done, and people appreciate that. Even if they don't know exactly who you are, it's like, bro, people are looking at that and talking about something that you've done. So that type of shit, the little stuff is the stuff that I love, because I've always said the little things make the big picture, because it doesn't matter if it's a pain or your life, like the little things make the big picture, and it's not just there, you know what I mean? So I love that. I'm hyped for you and that essence of it.
Hey Gaddis, bro, we got to get this podcast up to like one of your top 3 videos, and I'll do your ThugBird, all right?
Hey,
top
man,
3.
What's up with it, man? I like it.
We'll get yours on. I'll put yours on. I'll put you on Birdman's ass cheek.
I don't know if he's gonna let you do that one, but I don't know if I don't think my bird. I don't want my bird on the ass cheek.
No, but I'll find a cool place for you, man. We got to get this podcast. We got to get it trending. You know, I'm always on your side. You're helping my career out, so I'm here for you. You're consistent, bro. You're a consistent podcaster, and you're gonna go far. I know it to be a fact,
man. I know the numbers aren't there yet. Listen, I'm a YouTuber as well, and not YouTuber, but I'm a YouTube person. I know, like, numbers, I mean, they ain't the best right now, but kind of like you said, in the sense of, like, when you sold your bird,
you're
at
consistent.
the 80,
that matters more.
No, 100%. We might have just lost you. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, I can't hear you. I mean, I'll wrap it up on this one then, because
yeah.
I mean, we're I guess I can. You're staring at my eyes right now. That's all I see. But no, I was gonna say,
why pause me like that.
I'll blur it out or something. No, I guess the last thing, where can people find you? I guess I know you said it earlier, but I don't know if the phone's gonna be dying or anything like that. Where can they find you at? All platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Every handle is at Toasty Indigo, one word. I'm going to be making more videos, and I'm looking for video creators, people who can use Final Cut Pro, people who know how to make cool visual effects. I'm trying to really launch this beyond just the murals, but the presentation beyond it. So please reach out to me if you have any skills and would like to join my vision.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Stick around for a quick second. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, but bro, I really do appreciate you taking some time out of your overall evening and making it happen.
You,
so no, real talk, man. I appreciate it.
Real talk. I appreciate you being genuine, and this is a really good conversation. I think a lot of people are gonna get stuff out of this talk.
No, man, I enjoyed it, and I'm sure we're gonna have you on again. But stick around for a quick second, and kind of let you know what's going on. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, Big Baby, episode 95 in the mix. Shout out Toasty Indigo, shout out ThugBirdz, shout out Thug Dow and Thug Pod. If you're not already, go ahead and follow at Toasty Indigo on all platforms. You heard what time it is. Shout out to all the murals going on. Shout out to the artists, and shout out one more time to all the ThugBirdz. Last time, y'all, stay fresh, stay positive. Hey, you know what time it is, y'all. Caw-caw!